webcam. That's interesting.
Live show for Wednesday, May 15th, as we get this video to you guys. I'm curious if you can see me. For some reason, I have a black screen. We were supposed to come on about an hour ago. So we're supposed to come on about an hour ago. But unfortunately, I don't actually see myself on this live show. But do me a favor. If one of you are logged in, go ahead and log in and type there for me. Hey, Joe, I see you. Okay, so I see Joe. We're going to talk about the game. Okay, you see me. I just can't see you. Oh, wow. Okay, then let's do this. Give me, I'm going to let you guys come in. Hey, Tam, and good to see you. I'm going to let you guys log in a bit here. I can't see myself, but I can see your comments. So let me log in and let me start the show in 2 minutes. Bear with me here. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. So yeah, so this is what's been going on. I'm getting a black screen, so I don't actually see myself, but I'm getting all of your messages. And apparently you can see me as well. So we're just going to do the live show that way, okay? So sounds good. So let's get straight to it. Let's talk about 10 games here. My goal is to finish this live show, to do my daily video, and to get all this stuff for you. We do have a 7-unit baseball selection that's going on right now. Which is going well. I'm on the White Sox. And then we have a 7-unit soccer selection tonight at 10 o'clock. We have a 7-unit WNBA selection tonight at 10 o'clock. Hope you join us for all of that, all right? So let's get to these games for you, and then I'll see you on a live show tonight at 9 o'clock, okay? So hopefully I'll see you on the live show tonight at 9 o'clock as well. So now that we're fully caught up, we'll figure out why I can't see myself on the screen eventually. Obviously, only YouTube Premium members can comment. And discuss, but you're free to watch this, and then they get the full recap. All right, so Joe, great to see you. Tam, good to see you. All right, how's it? Nuggets and Thunder. I'm leaning over in the big game. Good teams trend to go under, but do you feel more fast-paced game? Yeah, so this Nuggets game, 1 second here. Actually, hold on 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second here. Let me fix something on the computer screen. Be patient with me. 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, so for the Nuggets game, I assume you're asking me about tomorrow's game. So in that game, the total's at 204, 204 and a half. I gotta believe that either this game goes under or Minnesota's going to win. Okay, but I'm really shocked that this total is only, or the line is only -2. I would have thought this line would come out at least -4.5. So that really surprises me a lot. So, it's tricky. Minnesota was down when Minnesota was actually in the game, and then of course the wheels fell off in the third quarter for them. You have Denver here who shot 55%, 47% from the field. Minnesota giving up 112 points isn't a lot of games. Is a lot of points for Minnesota, to be honest with you. I don't think Denver has amazing back-to-back performances, on the offensive side. So I actually I like the under. At this point I can't go against Denver, and I don't like the fact the line is only +2. So my lean here is going to be on the early lean for tomorrow is going to be on Denver and Minnesota on the under. Okay, that's game number 1 for you. Moving on to game number 2. One second here. So Denver, Minnesota lean under. All right, game number 2. Who's got it for me? Great call on the 8-unit play on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I made it. Yes, you did, Charles. You made it. I like the under 204.5 in the Celtics game. I like the Celtics, but I like the under more. Yeah, you can either go with the under or go with Boston. And frankly, I'm going to go with Boston here. How else can this be compared? Look, you have Boston that's up now 3-1. Donovan Mitchell's not supposed to play. 70% sitting on Cleveland taking the points. Boston won 109-102 in their last game, and they actually played pretty bad last game. They should play much better here. And I honestly think Boston wants to finish it up and take some rest, and I don't think Boston will sit around and waste any more time in this series. You have Cleveland and Boston that's in this series right now, and then you have New York and Indiana. And to be quite honest with you, Boston wants to end this here and now, and I think that's what's going to happen. So rather than mess with the total, I'm going to go with the side here, and I'm going to go with Boston. And keep in mind that you have 102 points for Boston is a high defensive output that they gave up. And I think that with Cleveland played really well despite their injuries at home, but I think it's a different story on the road. And remember, I think if I'm not mistaken, didn't Boston lose its last? Yeah, Boston lost its last home game as well. So Boston's going to be ticked off coming in. I actually like Boston a lot today. I think Boston wins, and I think Boston wins convincingly today. I almost made that my free play for what it's worth. Okay. So moving. So yeah, lean on Boston there. Game of Boston, Cleveland, lean Boston. Moving on, game number 3. And again, if you want to join, just become a YouTube Premium member, and you can pop in here. No sound. Oh, no. Can you hear me now? Did we lose the sound here? Someone let me know if they can hear me now. Okay, good. So again, so game number 1, Denver, Minnesota. I like the under for tomorrow. Game number 2, I like Boston. Okay, so moving on here. I like I'm not messing with the total in that game. I just straight up like Boston. Okay, Hello, Icy. I hope all is well. Arizona versus the Reds. I lean the Reds due to the better pitching. Yeah, always tell me what you're leaning on as well, so I know what you're thinking. As far as this game goes off at 3:40. You have a Cincinnati team that rolls in, having won 6-2 against Arizona. So Arizona's got the revenge or the bounce back, if you will. Arizona's 20-23. They played pretty well against Baltimore, to be honest with you. They swept the Reds, and now the Reds want a little payback. The Reds haven't won back-to-back games, though, in forever. They haven't won back-to-back games since April 23rd, April 24th. And then you have Abbott and Fat here. Abbott rolls in. Yeah, so Cincinnati, let's see here. Arizona, he has not pitched against Arizona this year, 5-6-2. Will he really put together back-to-back quality starts? Maybe. He's actually pitched pretty well this year, pitched well against Philadelphia, Seattle, the White Sox, and so forth. What is his ERA? 3.35, very respectable ERA. Brandon here rolls in here with a 4.60 ERA facing Cincinnati. He went 6-5-3, 6-10-3, comes off back-to-back losses. He really needs to come through. 0 strikeouts in his last start, so he wasn't dominating. Yeah, I think it makes sense here. It's not a huge lean, but I do like in the Arizona versus absolutely in the Arizona versus Cincinnati game. Lean on Cincinnati or lean on Arizona here. So game number 4. Moving on here. By the way, keep rooting for these White Sox for me. That's my 7 unit today. Let's see. Hope all is well. Meant Mavs and Thunder. Okay, yeah. So the Mavs and Thunder game. Is this what my premium selection is on today? Yeah. I can't talk about the Dallas OKC game. That's what my premium 4-unit selection is on. But we can talk about something else though. I can tell you. I told you about the Cleveland-Boston game. I definitely lean on Boston for what it's worth. Hey, Andrew, good to see you. How's it, Icy? Abs, Stars. And again, if you want to jump in here, just be sure to become a YouTube premium member. Join us. And, we'll start asking ball games. So how's it? Abs versus Stars. Lean for the under tonight. So the Abs versus Stars, I can tell you that I'm on the side in this game. As far as the under is concerned, you have an Avs team that has given up 5 and 4 goals in back-to-back games. And I think at some point they're going to have to show up defensively, right? They've given up a total of 14 goals in their last 3 games. Dallas rolls in having given up 1 goal and 1 goal in their last 2 games. So I actually lean on the over. I think the Avs probably do pretty well today. So, I actually lean on the over because I think the Avs do well, and I think they're going to somehow put forth their best effort. They got nothing to lose at this point. And I think that's why they're going to be an active dog. So I wouldn't be surprised if this game goes over the posted total today. Okay? Moving on to game number 5. Who's got it for me? Joe, Tamim, since you guys are logged in, Charles, Virginia Bourbon, and Virginia Kings. Someone shoot me a game here. 5 more games to go. Again, jump on YouTube Premium if you get a chance. We'd love to have you. And we talk about games 4 nights a week usually, but I did do one last night. We're continuing to have some technical issues with these live shows. But I'm glad you're able to see me because I have no idea what I'm looking at right now. I'm not able to see you, but we are working on that, and we will try to fix that for you. I will have a free play video out for you soon as well. But yeah, I'm waiting for 5 more games here, and then we'll close the show. Here we go. I'm getting something over here on Twitter between St. Louis and the Angels. So in this game, you have, a St. Louis team that has won 3 in a row against the Angels. You have the Angels on the bounce back here. Do they really lose 4 in a row? That is the question, right? Or I should say the Angels, do they really lose 3 in a row? 4 in a row. They lost to Kansas City as well. You have a 15-28 team versus an 18-24 team. Both these teams are sub 500, but I usually love taking overs against sub 500 teams because that's worked out well. Lance Lynn and Canning here. Has Lynn pitched against the Angels? He has not. He's coming off back-to-back bad starts against the White Sox and against Milwaukee. That was actually the worst. He's actually in the worst stretch of the season so far for him, and I think he's going to pitch pretty well. Coming into take. Canning rolls in. He has not pitched against St. Louis this year. He comes off a 0-run game against Kansas City. Pretty phenomenal. I think he has a huge letdown. I think the only way, you have Lynn coming off back-to-back bad quality starts, 4 runs. Worst stretch run so far. I think Canning rolls through here, coming off 0 runs in his last game. Great opportunity for him to do well. Hence, lean on St. Louis here. And I know Angels have lost 4 in a row. I think they lose 5. 2 pitchers trending opposite here on their bounce back. All right, so lean on the Cardinals. All right, moving on. Virginia King here. Virginia King's been with us a long time. Royals versus Seattle. I like the Royals on its value. Okay, so let's go check over there. The Royals game. You like the value. Again, YouTube Premium. If you want to ask questions, jump on. We'd love to have you in the community. And only YouTube Premium gets to ask questions. Members, and only they get the full recap at the end as well, which is a recorded podcast. You can re-listen to it at any time. Royals game here. Royals won 4-2 yesterday, 26-18. I guess you're not scared that the Royals are going to beat them in back-to-back games, huh? Mariners coming off a loss 2-4, 23-20. Marsh and Wu here. Has Marsh faced Seattle? He has not. 5-4-1 last game, 4-2-0, 5-3-0. Really good pitcher. Really good pitcher against Angels, Toronto, and Baltimore. He beat Baltimore twice. That's pretty good. 2.53 ERA. But the 2.53 ERA guy is the underdog, huh? He's facing Wu here, who went 4-1-0 in his last start. I mean, maybe he'll pitch better. He's still a really young guy. I agree with you. There's just a ton of value here with him. I would either go with Seattle. I would either go with Kansas City, or I would go with the over here. I kind of lean on the over here, believe it or not. And that way you can kind of bet on both teams, right? You have the Seattle coming off a bounce back. You have Wu as a pitcher that'll have a letdown after his great start. And you have Alex Marsh here, who's pitched phenomenally, but who also gave up 6 walks in the last 3 games. So I like the over there in that game for what it's worth for game number 6. Or game number 5. As far as, I should say game number 5 was Cards, Angels, lean on Cardinals. Game number 6 was Kansas City, Seattle, lean on the over. 3 more games, please. Let's see here. Hey, Heartbreak Kid, good to see you. Reds, Diamondbacks. Yeah, I lean on the Diamondbacks in that game. We just talked about it a little earlier. I think they're in a good spot. Hey, Dr. Shiva, good to see you. Thank you, Kim. Good to see you. Astros, A's, lean on the A's. Okay. Thank you for telling me what the lean is. Always like that. Wow. You like the plus 205 dog. They lost 1-2 yesterday. Pretty tight game. They are 19-25. They've lost 3 in a row, but they're always good for a step up. They've lost 3 in a row. They don't lose 4 in a row in a while. Astros making a run at it here. They're 17-25, trying to get back into 500. Aaron Brooks here, has he faced Houston early this year? He is a relief pitcher, and one of these relief type ball games, it's always tricky to try to beat him. He did go 7-1-1 against Seattle, pretty impressive. He did go. I'm sorry, this was last year. Aaron Brooks hasn't pitched this year, has he? No. So he came over from Baltimore, and then St. Louis. Okay, Framber Valdez here. Has he pitched against Oakland this year? He has not. Valdez comes off of a win. He has put together back-to-back quality starts before. Yeah, I like the value here too, simply because you have Oakland here that haven't lost 4 in a row in a while, and they're usually good for a good. In fact, I don't think they've lost 4 in a row all year. Once. April 1st, April 6th or so. I like the Oakland A's plus the 1.5. I think that makes sense here. So Oakland, Houston. Lean on Oakland plus the 1.5. I think that makes sense there. Moving on. By the way, our White Sox are still doing pretty well. They're up 1-0. Game number 8. And then we'll do game number 8, game number 9, and game number 10 and call it a day. Again, YouTube Premium members can hop in at any point, and you get the recorded podcast. So hopefully you'll join YouTube Premium. So you get this. So Mr. Mr. Shiva, how do you feel at Oklahoma City at home? Nice to step out. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's actually my 4-unit NBA play today, so I can't talk about it, but I can talk about anything else. Virginia Berman, Oak Dallas, Oklahoma City. Don't have a lean on the total. I really just leaned on the side in that game. I think the side makes more sense in that game. The last game was 196, but I have no particular feelings about the total in that game. Stars versus Avs. I have a 4-unit selection on hockey today, but I do like the over in the Stars versus Avs game. It's one of the things I talked about. What about the Celtics over? Any scoop on that? I like the Celtics, period, in that game. And I also like the under as well. So I lean on the Celtics more, and I lean on the under second. I just think Boston lost its last home game. They're going to close this baby out. Daniel, Phillies run line. So Phillies run line, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so for the Phillies run line here, you have the Mets in Philadelphia. The Mets have won back-to-back, lost back-to-back games, 4-5 and 0-4, 19-22 squad. Will the Mets bounce back? Phillies here, winning back-to-back games. They are 30-13. They're phenomenal this year. A lot of consistency over there in the Phillies organization. Good for them after a lot of turnovers. Suarez here, how has he pitched against the Mets? He comes off a complete game shutout last game. He's had about 4 complete game shutouts this year. He's been nothing short of unbelievable. The guy's a Cy Young candidate at a 1.5 ERA. This is a difficult game. Having said that, the public here is, I don't know who's pitching for New York. New York also got shut out their last game too. You're going to be surprised. I actually like New York plus the 1.5. By the way, we have a 7-unit WNBA selection today, and our 7-unit baseball selection is doing pretty well with the White Sox. I actually like, I think there's decent value here on. Yeah, I think there's decent value here on the Mets. I do. So Mets, Phillies, because the Mets also got shut out yesterday too. So and they get to face a pitcher coming off a complete game, or no runs in his last game. So I think that makes sense. So yeah. Game number 10. And again, if you are logged in right now, we hope you join YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium is awesome. We have a great community. Only YouTube Premium members can ask ball games, and only YouTube Premium members get the written recap at the end for you as well, and access to, and they get the written recap. All right. So, all right, moving on to game number 10 here. You excited for WNBA this year? Yeah, man, stoked about it. We have a 7-unit selection tonight, so hopefully you join us for that. Start out the year 1-0. Out of my curiosity, do you ever do first fives in baseball? Nope. If I'm going to win or lose, if I'm going to win or lose, it's going to be based on me for the entire game. You know what I mean? As far as the game number 10 is concerned, and the final game on the board today, who will that be? Let's see. Giants Dodgers. All right, let's talk about the Giants Dodgers here. The Giants Dodgers here. The Dodgers roll in, winning 10-2 and 6-4 yesterday. San Fran rolls in, having lost 4-6 and 2-10, 19-25 team. The total sits at around 8 right now. The public sort of on the over. The pitcher for the Dodgers today is undecided. You have Logan Webb coming in. So, can San Fran bounce back? And how does Logan Webb do against the Dodgers? Well, he went 3-7-5 and he got rocked by the Dodgers last time. He does give up about a hit per inning. 7 innings, 8 hits last time against Cincinnati. 4 innings, 7 hits against Philly. He's been, but he did go through a stretch where he did really well against Arizona and the Mets. I'm not trying to make an excuse for him against Boston, Philly, and Cincinnati, but the last 3 starts have been sketchy. I think it makes sense here. You can look at San Fran plus the 1.5. Logan Webb, he's going to show up today. San Fran got throttled 2-10 yesterday. They don't really lose, haven't lost 3 in a row in a while. I think it does make sense here to kind of take, to back San Fran here, plus, San Fran and San Fran, the Dodgers, lean on San Fran plus the 1.5, or not the 1.5. You can't do that. Yeah, plus the 1.5. Tell me what that line is there. It might not be that bad for you there. So there you go. That's what I have for you guys. Hope you guys do well. YouTube Premium, you're going to get the recap shortly. Hope you enjoyed the content today, and hope you liked it. Give us the thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the content. I'll have the daily video up shortly as well. Please take a moment to like the video, and I'll see you tonight on the live show, probably around 9 Eastern. Thank you, fellas. Bye-bye. And if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on YouTube right now, think about becoming YouTube Premium. A lot of fun, 4 nights a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern.